And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at The Joker, a Diabolical Party Game. Now this is from Spin Master. I didn't know a lot about this. You see this on the shelf at Target. Looks kind of interesting. That's kind of a very mean looking Joker, although the Joker is pretty mean, so there's that. In this game you are actually... You're not playing as the Joker. You're playing as one of the other villains, and you're trying to cause corruption for... I don't even know why you're trying to do this. You're trying to be a supervillain, or else the Joker will win. But the Joker can't win in this game, but he's causing havoc. I don't really get the theme. It's a game in which you were secretly one of the villains and trying to keep other people from figuring out who you are. At the beginning of the game, each player is secretly given a secret identity where you will be Mr. Freeze, the Riddler, Penguin, Harley Quinn, Two-Face, Scarecrow, Catwoman, Poison Ivy, or Bane. You will have a set of these 9 little cards placed face up in front of you. There's also an envelope for each of these characters. These are randomly distributed around the table, so it's possible that you'll have 1, 2, or maybe, it depends on how many players, you'll have a certain number of these. It doesn't matter which ones you have, but inside these you're going to be placing cards as the game goes by that are going to give that character negative or positive points. At the beginning of the round, you're going to place these corruption cards out on cards number 2 through 7. After each successive round, if there's any cards left over, they're just going to slide down to number 7. If you draw a Batman card, then you'll take the top Batman card from that deck and place it there instead. These cards are going to be worth positive or negative points. They're called corruption points. Then in turn order, players will have little turn order tokens. You're going to place a marker matching your color on one of these spots here. And when you do so, you will either pay money, pay $1 million, $3 million, $2 million, $1 million, $7 million, or you'll gain money. So each player will do that in turn order. The numbers that you place them on are going to determine turn order for the next round. So even though you don't get a card going here, you're guaranteed to go first in the next round. Then starting with card number 1, players will take their action. There's no action here, but if there is an action on these, normally you'll take that card and stick it into one of the envelopes that you have in front of you. And again, these give points to the different characters that those are. So if I put this Riddler card in, it's going to be worth -4. Now, there's special abilities. This one says when activated, place it in any wallet. I also get $1 million when taking this card. So you get some money for taking this card. And I don't have to put it in front of one of the ones in front of me. This Bane one lets me steal $1 million from 2 other players. So they will have different activities when you activate them. There is nothing up here on the 8 slot, but it does give you $4 million. The 9 slot, it lets you eliminate a character. So whoever goes there will simply pick one of the envelopes in the game and eliminate it. If someone is that character, they need to reveal themselves. And all the cards that are in here are going to be distributed amongst the other cards by the person who eliminated them. And the person who eliminated them is going to get a token that's worth 4 points at the end of the game. Finally, at the end of a round, after players have all done this, you'll reveal the top card from this deck. You're going to put in 6 Joker cards for each round, 2 Jokes, 2 Volatiles, and 2 Anarchies. The cards, just bonus cash from corruption cards is doubled. All costs and rewards from Gotham City cards are doubled. Everyone has to give $2 million to the person last in turn order. Turn order goes in the opposite direction. You can place cards in any wallet. Anyone with $11 million or less loses all of it. They just get crazier, more chaotic the farther down you go. Then each player, starting with the lowest turn order, has to pick one of their characters and flip it over to say, I'm not that person. And you can flip over someone who has been eliminated. And that's pretty much it. So you'll do that actually before the Joker card is played. The Joker card's played. You move cards for the next round and you start again. When the last Joker card is gone and you play through the final round, then each player is going to open up their wallet if they haven't been eliminated, and they're going to count the victory points, taking positive and negatives. $4 million is worth a corruption point. And each time you've eliminated somebody, you get 4 points. Whoever has the most points is the winner, and everyone's happy that the game is over. simply put, the components for this game are trash. They're horrible components. They only printed on one side of all the counters, which is bad as it is. But these pieces, which are supposed to be three-dimensional pieces, only look good from one angle. From another angle, you can't tell what color they are. So if I'm sitting on one side of the table, I don't know who put what where. I suppose you could do this, so no matter what way you're looking, you see part of the color. Nope. There's still a side where you can't see the colors. Garbage. And look how tiny and little these are. Blah. The cards are meh quality. They're not horrible, and the artwork is fine. These are just garbage. They're really thin and not that good quality, but and then the rules themselves, they're 2 pages of rules, but you need a magnifying glass to be able to read most of the text, and it doesn't help that there's black and purple backgrounds. Also, the game has a lot of rules for how simple it is, but yeah, we'll get to that now. Also, these turn order tokens are a joke. A joke. We are at the point now where I think I'm going to say that if you see a superhero game from Spin Master, you are literally spinning the wheel. It's either going to be quite good, like Marvel United and some of the other games that they've made, or quite bad, like this one. This game is just pure bleh. Now, I think on basis of components alone, I would not recommend this game. I think they're that bad. The tiny little pieces, the fiddliness of the player turn markers, the sliding of cards, the envelopes. So I didn't even mention the envelopes in the component overview. They're terrible. They were glued together. We had to bust them open to be able to get the cards inside. The cards don't fit fine, and they're also paper envelopes. On basis of that alone, I will say, don't get this game. But that's not it. The game is just a chaotic mess. It's not fun. Okay, the game has the possibility of being fun, but likely it won't. See, no one's going to eliminate someone on turn 1 because they don't have enough money. But on turn 2, you could easily be eliminated. And how are you eliminated? Through clever deduction? No, through random guessing. And the game isn't clever enough to kind of hide that fact. If I get a card that's worth 5 points and I have my own envelope in front of me, it would be stupid not to put it in that envelope. Why should I give it to another player just so I don't get eliminated? But if I do put it in my own envelope, I'm kind of telling everybody who I am, in which case I am eliminated and that card's gone. So and then all those cards are just wildly crazy point-wise all over the place. And there's the Batman cards, which make no sense because when you turn a card over, it's like, put a Batman card out. Oh, okay, I'll put a different card out with a different point value instead of just a normal card with a normal point value. They're the same thing! Except the Batman cards don't have actions and have a 5, +5, and a -5. I think the villains only go up to plus and -4. Well, woo-hoo-hoo! The game is crazy chaotic. And then the Joker, there's one where you turn a Joker card, it's like, everyone pass your money over to the person on the left. So if you, that turn, spent time getting money instead of taking something good, you're like, oh, never mind, here's all my money. Yay! It's fun, isn't it? Turning a card over is really obvious. You turn over a card that you're not. You turn over someone who's been eliminated. If there are no cards that are eliminated, you turn over one that there's the most other ones turned over of that type. There's no strategy to this game. If you don't have money, you go to a spot that gives you money. There's the kernel of good ideas here, all stolen from other games, but placing lower in the turn order, well, you might have to pay more, but you get to go first the next turn. The idea of putting money in envelopes and passing them around, which again isn't new, has been done in other games, sounds good, but everyone sees what's going on. So again, if you're not eliminated, which is not too difficult to be eliminated, if you're playing in a larger player count game, people are going to be eliminated. And the Joker chaotic cards, the putting money in envelopes, which again could be negative points anyway. Everyone's shoving stuff in all these envelopes that are being passed around. At the end of a game of the Joker Diabolical Party game, you feel like you've been playing with the Joker. And while that may be a fun thing to watch on TV or read in the comic books, I can't fathom wanting to actually in real life play a game with the Joker. Probably he would shoot me at the end of it, which some people may ask for after they play this game. It is not a good one. This is a mess. It's masquerading as a deduction party game. It's instead just this chaotic nonsense with horrifyingly bad components. Cannot recommend this one at all. Do not get it.
Dice Tower Judgment, Terror Bad.